Recorded?
It's recorded.
Okay. Oh my god. What do I say? Okay. Okay. So, I don't know. I didn't think of what to say. Okay. Hi everyone. So we're gonna be bringing back this podcast. So basically today we're just gonna be talking a little bit about folklores. So before we start, we've got some very special guests today. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Um, Hello. My name's Dan. Um, I've been in Parabel for a whole month now. It's been great working with y'all.
I'm Yo.
Enthusiastic.
I'm also an intern in Parabel, also working for roughly a month. I think we all are.
I thought Lovell was gonna go.
Hi, I'm Bill. I've also been interning for a month. Hi.
And lastly, I'm Zati, an intern here together with them.
I love the energy. They're all so excited.
Not
Yay.
awkward at all.
Okay, and I'm Tina Afika. So we're gonna be doing a discussion today about folklores. So I know you guys got to go to a lot of different stalls recently this weekend, and you got to learn a lot about different folklores. And I also assigned you guys with some folklores to read. So it's basically I'm gonna test your homework skills and see like if you guys understand much about the stories that were assigned to you. So basically, it's just going to be like a storytelling session, exchanging ideas and stories and thoughts. So, yeah, someone want to tell us a story?
Wait, Tina, you don't have a story first?
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. Pressure. Okay. Let's think. I'm going to think of one. Should we do like a ghost? A scary. Okay, you know what? Okay, this is one. Because I was thinking of one that's not cancelable, but then we kind of saw already that there were a lot of stories that are dark. Okay. I do think this is one that not many people know. So, do you know? Oh no, this is not Bill's story. Never mind. I'm gonna change it. Okay. Okay. Here's one. My family is descendant also from like Hokkien, not just Murut tribe. We are from the indigenous Dun Bawang Murut tribe of Tamburong, but my mom's side are also descended from Hokkien, so Chinese tribes. And then we believe that back then, when everyone was trying to migrate from, correct me if I'm wrong, is it like mainland China to Brunei? We all traveled in like this boat. So we brought our families, our animals, our brothers, sisters, all that in boats. And then we were planning to travel all the way to Brunei. But then one day, in the middle of the journey, like I think it was a terrible storm. And then like the boat ended up having like a hole in it. So then it started to sink. So people were like kind of panicking. And then till there's a fish that like jumped out of the water and then it like slapped itself on the hull of the boat, so it stopped sinking. And apparently like the fishermen realized, oh, the fish is trying to help us, like it's trying to stop the boat from sinking. So as an agreement, the fish said, because we helped you, you guys are not allowed to eat any more of our kind. So as an agreement as well, the fisherman had to put his 4 fingers on the fish's body. Now, whenever you see a fish with like the 4 fingers, you're not allowed to eat that fish because they believe that if you do, you're gonna get like scales or something. So like a lot of my family members can't eat that kind of fish. It's called ikan sempantiao, but in English it's called the queen fish. So if you see, there's actually like the 4 fingers on the scales. And yeah, I never tried it. I'm kind of curious though. I've always wanted to try sempantiao just to see if it actually will give me scales. But they say it'll give you eczema, something like that.
Wait, the fish has 4 fingers?
Oh, on the scale. Oh, see, I'm so bad at storytelling. Like the fish has like what do you call it? The fisherman put like the 4 fingers on his scale, so it's kind of like the printed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the folklore.
That sounds familiar.
I don't know if you guys heard that one before.
I heard it because it's part of my
No, I've
folklore.
never-
Oh, see, there you go. It's quite common in. Are you like descended from Chinese culture as well?
Who?
In front of
Zati.
me?
That's amazing.
Not directly, but I know in my family, yeah, there are some Chinese, and I'm partly from Johor as well. So okay, that's that's a fact about me.
Oh,
Yeah. But we're not fully Malaysian, of course.
so if you eat the fish, you get like the scales too.
Oh no, no, I'm good with any fish. I guess it didn't.
That's kind of weird because I remember eating like a a lot of fish that time, and then it kind of made my and believe me or not, but like if I eat a lot of fish, my eczema gets really bad to a point where when I wake up in the morning, I start to have this what do you call the dry skin? Like it's so dry to a point where it becomes like particles, you know?
Writer's rash?
I think. I don't really know the terminology, but yes.
You start like shedding your skin and become a fish.
Who knows?
I
It's
think
more
that's
like
weird. It's a metaphor.
allergies.
Yeah, I think the scale is more of a metaphor to like eczema. I mean, it's kind of close.
Mm-mm.
Allergies?
Maybe.
Mm.
Actually, yeah. I wonder what's the moral of the story then for that story.
Oh, keep a
Fish.
promise, I guess. Right?
Oh,
Aw, oh, that's nice. Okay, I didn't think about that one. Yeah. So that's my story. Anyone else has any stories like maybe about promises or that one's like actually yeah. I kept saying that every Brunei folklore has a dark ending, but that one's like I think the only one of the few stories with a happy ending to it. Anyone's got one with like a happy ending?
I remember one.
Okay.
I know Zati knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
would you guys like to hear that one? It's the
Yeah.
one that we read through the Pesta Buku.
Okay. We heard a lot of crocodile stories, so I'm curious to know which one is this.
There's definitely a lot.
So, okay, there's this single mother with a child. She's currently not working, and I forgot what was the reason why was she single. It's either her husband kind of left her or died. I don't know. It wasn't really clear in that story, but the point is, it was just her and her son, and her son
Mm.
is very young, so she couldn't afford money to buy food for her son or even work. So she
Oh.
made a vow to herself. She said that I would accept anyone at all to be my husband if that
Oh.
person is able to bring food for my child. And so the next day in front of the door there are like fishes in front
Oh.
of the door, and she was wondering like, oh, where did this come from? And then next to it was a crocodile saying, oh, young lady, I have
Ew.
heard what you said yesterday, so I have brought food, and so will you keep your promise, something like that. And then she was
It's
surprised.
so polite.
She was so shook. But anyways, and so the lady was still in shock, like she didn't expect it to be a crocodile, so she had no choice but to accept the promise, and then she went through with it because she wanted to feed her child. So every day the crocodile brought food, and then after a few days the lady decided to think like, this is a bit strange. I'm not gonna get married, I'm not gonna be a wife to a crocodile. It's very it's very peculiar in a
Mm.
way. And so she decided to flee away with her child, run away from the crocodile without telling the crocodile.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
I can't ship. Sorry. Okay.
And so the next day, right after the lady and the child ran away, the crocodile knocked on the door, calling for her name.
Oh.
I have brought you food. Please come on out. Something like that. Like knocks the door. I don't know if it's mouth. And then still no sound, no response from the lady or the child. And he kept on waiting.
Aw.
He kept on waiting, but then he realized, maybe she must be sleeping or something. So he went back, and then he went back the next day with more food, like fishes. But he tried calling her again, and then he went inside the house. It was
Oh.
unlocked.
Okay.
He checked the rooms and all the stuff, the
BA.
belongings, the belongings were gone, and so
Aw.
he was thinking, oh, where did she go, where did they go? So he decided to look for them, like going to the other houses, asking the neighbors, hello fellow fishermen, have you seen this lady? And the child like casually just asking the villager. And
How
then
did he react?
the villager just answered, oh, no, I have not seen her. Like
Oh, right, right,
Oh,
normal.
macam nada ka? Okay.
Oh, it's so weird. And then he kept on searching and searching, and then one day he gave up. He was tired, and then he lost appetite to eat, and then he got thinner. Oh.
Aw.
And then back to the story when the lady is somewhere else, living somewhere else, and then she felt guilty about leaving him, so and so she went back. She went back to the crocodile to the river, and then she found the crocodile, and so they decided to uh live together.
Wait, what? Oh.
Live together, and then that one night she was wondering who ate the food, who ate the food in the kitchen. Like it's just left with bones. Usually if the crocodile eats,
Mm.
the bones will be finished, like fully disappear.
Oh,
Eaten
okay.
by the crocodiles, and she was wondering, something's wrong, something's fishy. Okay, and then she went back to sleep, and then she heard something, and then she went next door. I don't know, I skipped too fast. Somehow she saw a man. A man, and then she was weirded out by it. Like,
The
where
handsome
did you
cock.
come from? Yes. And in fact it was the crocodile for some reason.
Oh.
He has the power to evolve, I guess.
Oh.
And so they got married after that because he's a human. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's
Yeah.
how it ends.
Yes.
Okay. It's like you know, Beauty and the Beast, how Belle seemed to like him more in his beast form, and then when he turned into a human, she was kind of like low key disappointed.
Oh.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, it's
Like, I
the
don't know
other way
what to say.
around.
He transformed into one, but like it was that one night. Yeah.
What's the
That's
moral
like
behind
the-
that story?
um,
Give your stalkers a chance.
Stalker.
give a stalker a chance. Whoa.
I guess don't judge a book by its cover kind of applies to
Mhm.
this because he's a crocodile, right? Even though he's a crocodile, he's still like being a gentleman, gives food for
Right.
them. Yeah, didn't even eat the humans. Like he gave food,
Yeah,
didn't even
bro
accept
knocks on the
money
door.
or yeah, he
Yeah,
knocks
true,
on the
true.
door.
He gave
He
consent.
looks he looks for them when he was a crocodile.
Oh, crocodile
Yeah.
tears though. Can they be
No.
trusted?
Mhm.
Not crocodile tears.
I would say careful what you promise.
Okay.
There's another one. It's like something accept what you have, or
Be grateful for the things that you have.
yes.
But if you apply that to real life now, right? You know, if a guy is like being too persistent, does that mean we're trying to advise girls to give them chances? How does it work?
Boys, what do you think?
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, put it that way. Let's say guy, it's more so like a respectful interaction instead of just pushing them away and not understanding what their true intentions are. I understand we're living in a cruel world.
Are you speaking from experience? Nah, jokes. Nah, we don't judge. Okay. Anyone has other love stories? That's considered like a love story then, right?
Mine isn't a love story, but I guess it's also a kind of love if that's accepted.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. I'll read the story, the title, a mama and her cub.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the story goes like this, right? If I remember correctly, there was set in like the farm area where all the cows are kept, and our main character, this cow, and unlike the normal cows, she's very sad because unlike the people, unlike the cows around her, she doesn't have a child. She doesn't have a child, and she's very
Oh.
lonely. She's very sad. And
Mm-mm.
one day, she happened to find a tiger cub lying around in the farm while all the cows are like scattered away. They're like, "Oh my God, there's a tiger! Run away, guys!"
Oh.
But then she was the only cow that was brave enough to approach the
Oh.
tiger cub. Yeah, and then she was like, "Oh," the tiger cub was basically crying. And then the mama cow was like, "Oh, why are you crying? Where's your mama, kid?" And then the tiger looked at the cow and was like, like like the thing that cats does. They like walk up to your feet and start like
Oh.
rubbing itself.
Mm.
Yeah, so it proudly announces, "You are my mama."
Aw.
He was
Oh.
chosen.
And then the mama cow, I'm pretty sure she has the same reaction as everyone in this room. She just goes, "Oh!" And she
Oh.
took the tiger cub in and raised it as her own, basically, in the farm.
I accept.
Yeah, much to every cow's dismay, they do not want the tiger because obviously for obvious reasons, but the mama cow persists and look after it. There's like a huge time skip. Okay, the tiger cub eventually grew big, and then sort of got along with a few of the cow in the farm. But then one day, another tiger came to the farm, and it wasn't a friendly tiger. Let's just say that. All right, all the cows start panicking. They're like running away. They're like, "Oh my god, there's a beast amongst us. There's a beast in the farm. We have to get out of here. We have to skedaddle." And then the mama cow was like trying to protect the tiger. She was like, "You must run to safety." And then the tiger cub was like, "No, I can't leave you. I can't leave you. I have to stay and protect everyone." Even though I'm pretty sure he was like terrified. And then when he came face to face with the tiger, and then the tiger looked at him, and then she's like, "Oh my god, my son! I've been looking for you for ages. This is where you've been."
Aw, both
Yeah, and then a family reunion basically, in a not so friendly way. And then the tiger, sadly, he didn't acknowledge the real mom, and he was like, "I am not yours." And started growling at the tiger. And then but the tiger mom was so sad. She was like, "Oh, but you are. I've searched everywhere for you. Come back with me. Let's go back to the jungle where you truly belong." So the mom tiger tries to like convince him to go back. But then the son tiger was like, "I will not. I want to stay here with my cow friends and my herd." And then obviously they have their arguments. And then the mom tiger was like, "Okay, if you're gonna stay here, I will stay here then, because I have to protect my son, my cub." Says the mother tiger. But then I'm guessing it did not sit well with the other cows, because they are not willing to accept another tiger into the farm. So to settle with this issue, the son tiger was like, "All right, I'll go with you. In exchange, don't bother my like cow friends and this herd. All right." The mom tiger was like, "Oh, okay, you have my word. Let's go back to the jungle." And then they part ways. Unfortunately, the son tiger had to say goodbye to the mama cow. And they said their farewell, and then he went back to the jungle with his real mom. Ironically, but it doesn't feel like a happy ending despite that.
Mama cow, real goat, the real goat.
What do you think the story is trying to tell you?
Mothers aren't
It's
always by blood.
Oh, yeah.
it's like the saying, right? Blood is thicker than. I mean, wait, no, it's not blood is thicker than water. What the frick? Is the opposite.
Yeah, that one's kind of interesting because it kind of falls against the idea of just because you are. I know this might be a controversial thing, but just because you are born by your, let's say, biological mother, doesn't always treat you like a
Yeah.
daughter or son. And maybe some people can actually treat you better as a mother than your biological mother.
It's like similar to, how a lot of people who are adopted and all that.
Yeah.
So they're used to that kind of family already. And then when the real parents come back once they're older, like it's kind of awkward. They're strangers. You don't know how to hop back into that kind of lifestyle, especially they missed out a big chunk of their childhood already. So I know, like, when I first heard the story, that's what my grandfather said. He said that story is just trying to teach you that sometimes, yes, you have family by blood, but then it is the true family that you spend most of your time with. That's your real family. So I thought that was like so heartwarming to hear. Another moral was that they say you can never take the wilderness out of a wild creature. So, because at the end of the story, the tiger had to return to the jungle anyway, even though he was already domesticated by farm animals. So I thought that was quite deep.
Reminds me of Wild Robot.
Oh no, don't say that! I don't like that movie. So good. Okay, so I know how a lot of Brunei folklores revolve around mothers and this whole, there's a lot of lessons as well. Is there anything similar that anyone else might have, like about family or?
Well, I have a tale. It's called The Tale of Ong Sum Ping, and I believe that it's a Chinese person who was a hero to some degree. Would you guys like to hear it?
Yeah,
Yes.
you like created the suspense.
A long time ago in Brunei, there was a dragon who kept a lot of treasures and jewels, and he was always very generous to the people. They would all rejoice and live harmoniously. But the dragon kept the most powerful, the most precious treasure of them all in his mouth, because he thought that nobody else could ever wield the power responsibly, and that it would cause havoc if it were to fall into the wrong hands. So this dragon acted as its guardian per se. But one day, as the story goes, there was a man named Ong Sum Ping, a Chinese warrior, I believe, and he was brave enough to encounter the dragon. One night he goes out into the dragon's lair, and I believe he puts a candle on the outside, which attracts the dragon, and then the dragon goes out to check and leaves the treasure in its lair. And that's when Ong Sum Ping takes his opportunity to swoop in and takes it. And then the dragon's infuriated. It's raging, and I'm not sure if it was breathing fire, but it was definitely raging. Ong Sum Ping ran back to his village, and the dragon chases after him. But with a cannon, he manages to shoot the dragon before it could hurt anybody. And then the dragon gets shot across the country, and then dies in the water. And the treasure was recovered by humanity, you could say.
Oh.
And then Ong Sum Ping was promoted to be some sort of general, I think. And there was a playground named after him, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
a
the one that
playground.
like. But you
What was-
live in Ong Song Ping area, right? So have you ever heard of that story before?
No, we don't tell fairy tales. Yeah.
Well, no, you live in a warrior's land.
Oh, but wait, what was the treasure?
Hero.
Well, I think part of the story was like the dragon thought that the cannon was the treasure, I think, and then he swallowed the cannon, I think, and then
Oh.
that's how he got shot across the country and then drowned in the water. I think that's how it goes, if memory serves. But I'm actually quite curious what you guys think of the moral of the story is, because I'm having trouble trying to think. Why does this dragon deserve to, I don't know, to die?
No, but he's a hoarder. He stole stuff.
Oh,
He's
wait,
a
he
hoarder.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
He
that's
stole
true.
treasure.
You mean the treasure's not his? I thought it's his, and then the human is the one who stole it.
Oh.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
got this
Maybe
I think-
I'm just like giving him too much excuses.
Well, I think
We
if I
got Team
remember
Humanity,
correctly-
Team Dragons.
I think if I remember correctly, the story goes that he was like very benevolent and he was sharing the treasures amongst the humans. Something to do with fairies as well, but I can't remember very well in that detail. But yeah, I don't think he really was some sort of evil dragon or he was greedy. So it was quite confusing to like find out what's the justification behind
I don't
why
think
he
it has
died.
a moral. I think it's just there to make kids feel cool. Like, yeah, the hero.
Oh.
defeated the evil dragon,
Don't meet your heroes. False
True,
heroes.
true. Maybe that's like one of the only folklores without a moral.
I have a folklore that correlates to like a tiger. Basically, I've heard that this story takes place in a small village, and it was a starving village who basically go for hunting in the forest, but then a group of hunters encountered a tiger, right? And this wild tiger basically spotted these hunters, and one of them was targeted. This special hunter, I forgot his name, but let's just say he was being targeted by the tiger. But before he shoot the shot of his weapon towards the tiger, he spotted that there were two cubs. The mother had children. Has children. But then when the mother tiger charged towards the hunter, he made sure that he took shoot his shot towards a non-vital spot so that the tiger doesn't yeah, so it stopped the tiger definitely, but then intentionally, let's just say that one of the other hunters shot it dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So but the cub went towards her mother. The cubs were basically crying for her, but then they had to look towards the hunter that didn't kill the mother, but then it remembered his face and then ran away because the other hunters were coming over. So as time goes by, let's say a few years later, he went to the forest again to search for food because they needed food. Suddenly there happened to be, let's say, a war between another group of village who needed food as well. So they raided that village. The guy that was hunting for food was kind of far away from the village because he was hunting in the forest. But he had the hunter has a family as well. But then it was he only had a wife. The wife wanted to find But while she was finding her husband in the forest, he was trying to return home when he heard like the raid was happening. But at the same time, he also encountered a problem. There was apparently a creature, or he assumed it is a tiger that was hunting for him. He didn't see the tiger, but he was ready to shoot the shot. He didn't care. He was urgently trying to go back to the village, and he didn't want to deal with the whatever was hunting him. So when he heard a loud rustle, he shot it. He shot into the direction where
Oh.
he
Oh,
heard
no.
the rustle. But
Okay.
then the real tiger appeared like in the corner of his eye. It was a completely missed shot, but the tiger ran away.
Oh.
But then when he went over to what he actually shot, it was his
Oh.
wife.
Please.
Oh, I see.
Oh, no.
Can tell the difference.
Yeah, no, it was he didn't see anything. That's the thing. He didn't see anything.
Oh,
He
okay,
only
okay.
shot
Okay,
where
valid,
the
valid.
sound was coming from. Yeah. So the tiger ran off, but then when he went over to where he shot, it was his wife. His wife died by
Damn.
no. But anyway, so then he remembered that time. Remembering that time when he shot the tiger, and that tiger was
Oh.
his mother. And then it was he recognized that the eyes of the cub was the same that he saw the one that passed by him. So he remembered it was the cub that was hunting him, or semi just watching him. So then one time when after he kind of lost like a lot of his people in the village because he wasn't there to like help around during the raid, he kind of felt depressed because he had no one. He had no wife. He had no one to supply, only himself. So he just kind of went off in the journey by himself. But then while he was alone, he encountered the tiger again this time. But then it was just him and the tiger. And he decided to not do anything. He was just looking towards the tiger. The tiger didn't feel or showed any aggression. He was just staring at him like for a while. The man, he just decided to do this. He made a choice where he wanted to end this feeling of vengeance because he knows that the tiger also he wanted to have revenge towards him, but he also wanted revenge on the tiger because they both lost their loved ones. So he shot the tiger at a non-vital spot, ran towards a cliff, and then attracted the tiger cub to fall off that cliff together.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
When the tiger finally leaped towards or pounced towards the guy, both the tiger and the man fell off that cliff. Moments later,
Oh.
they both died at the same
Die?
time at the same spot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where is this? In Tutong?
I have no idea. It was told by my grandpa, but he passed away. But that was something that I remembered.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I never heard of that one. And okay, I guess before we all go, do you guys have any morals of your own that you would like to share to our listeners?
Morals in real life?
You can convert it to modern.
Touch grass.
I guess don't believe in every story you hear.
Ooh.
You discover yourself. Go
You.
straight to Jongbatu. Here we go.
No, what?
Maghrib basta.
I would say the same. Like, don't be naive and don't believe everything you hear. I think that's a pretty good moral to teach.
I guess like don't push it too hard. Like if somebody tells you no, don't challenge yourself too much.
Oh.
And you might be
Like know your
cursed.
limit.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Like to prove something.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Mm. Okay, cool. Okay, I guess that's probably we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for sharing. Do you have anything else you want to say to our listeners?
Follow Parabel.
Like and subscribe.
Like what Yo said, touch grass.
You want to listen to more inaccurate story folklore in Brunei? Yo,
Oh.
there's the place.
Oh, there you go,
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And then with that said, that's all I guess for our first podcast in such a long time. So till then, jumpa lagi.
Alright.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys.